Okay, check this out. The new 2024 Gem Black. This is the 4,000 size. I only just bought this and yeah, I couldn't help myself. Went into the shop to have a look at it. And as soon as I felt it, I thought, wow, I'm gonna have to get that. I'm a fisherman. I like to buy new things. I had this one. This is the older model Gem Black. I've had this for probably nearly 4 or 5 years now, and it's been an absolute workhorse. Yes, it's a bit, it's probably a bit thrashed out now. It hasn't really seen much love. I've never had it serviced. I've given it a squirt with some WD-40 once in a while, but it's been an absolute workhorse. I really love the size of it, the 4,000 size. Unfortunately, Daiwa have decided to sort of downsize a little bit this time around, as you can probably see there, that this one is actually a little bit smaller than the old one, so it probably doesn't have quite the line capacity. This one's got the big handle for cranking and the really big handle knob. It's just been really good. I've used it as my jigging reel. I'm running a 30-pound braid on this. Been an absolute workhorse, never skipped a beat, still going strong. Why did I go with the new? Why did I buy the new one? Well, basically because I got myself a new rod. Endorphin Rods gave me this new jigging rod to try out. It's an Endorphin Rods. It's called a Receptor J. This is a PE 1.5 to PE 3 spin jigging rod. So they gave me this to try out, and I was running my old Gem Black on this rod, which was a perfect match for it. But yeah, I went in the shop. I saw probably, I don't know, it was probably a week after I got this rod, I saw that the new Gem Blacks were released, and it was a brand new thing for 24, and I thought, I'll go and have a look at them. And as soon as I had a look at them, I had to buy one. This is a different beast altogether than this one. This one, like I said, is kind of agricultural. It's tough. Feels like you could throw it around. It's never skipped a beat. This one here is super, super smooth, super light, and feels very, very refined. For the price point, I think it was just on $300 Australian over here. For the price point, this is a really cool reel, really refined. Question will be, is it going to last as long as the old Gem Black? Time will only tell. Like I say, I really thrashed this and hardly looked after it, and she's still going strong. Will this one last? I don't know. I recently, probably a couple of months ago, bought the 24 Certate. Same thing again, saw it released, went and had a look at it, decided I had to have one. That's a 4,000 size as well. I like the Certate. The Certate is a spectacular reel, don't get me wrong. I use this for my snapper fishing. Really great for finesse fishing with unweighted baits, and it's a beautiful reel, ridiculously smooth. One thing I have noticed with the Certate is they're probably very much like a Mercedes-Benz. Beautiful to drive, very smooth, but the minute you get one wheel out of balance, you're really going to notice it because everything else is really smooth. Already the bail roller on this, it's only maybe 3 or 4 months old. Already the bail roller on here, I've had to pull it apart and put some grease in it. Daiwa claim this is all mag sealed and it's not meant to take water in, but it did. I've already had to grease the barrel roller. It's sorted itself out now and it's fine. But as soon as it started to get a little bit crunchy, you really noticed it with this reel because it's just so highly strung and everything else is just so smooth about it that you really notice any indiscretions with it. Unlike the Certate, the old Gem Black is more like a tractor, so if it gets a little bit of a wheel out of balance or whatever, you don't even notice it. It's just agricultural. It chugs along and carries on with its job and runs beautiful. I'm not saying it's not smooth, because it is. It's smooth and it's a beautiful reel to use and nice to fish with, but it's just not as smooth and not as refined as the Certate. Possibly that's a better thing. I don't know. I'm pretty rough on my tackle, so possibly for me, that's a better thing. The higher end reels, like I say, are probably just a lot more highly strung and probably not quite so adapted, getting smashed around as these older ones are. But this one, yeah, absolute workhorse, can't fault it at all. It'll be very interesting to see with this new Gem Black how it stands up next to the Certate. It's nearly $400 cheaper, and side by side like this, they look very similar. They feel very similar. Weight is very similar. I'd have to check the specs. I'll go back and check the specs and I'll put it down below, but I'd suspect that this has probably got a few more ball bearings in the Certate. But yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how it stands up. I'm running 30 pound on this one. Just put that one down. I'll put 30 pound line on this one, or PE2 if that's what you want to call it. I've gone with a Berkley 8 times carrier. That one there, I'm running the Berkeley 12 carrier. I really like it, but the 8 is a little bit more abrasion resistant and a little bit thicker and just a little bit tougher. Because I'm going to be using it as my jigging rod, it's probably going to be working a little bit harder than the Certate does, winding and snapper. This one's probably going to have to deal with Samson fish, kingfish, big jewies in amongst the rocks. Primarily, I'm going to be using it to fish like my snapbait jigs, like the frothy oki or the little cicanas that I fish quite regularly. It's primarily going to be used for that. So yeah, so far super impressed. Haven't had it wet yet. I'm just about to tie a leader on it now, and I'm taking the boat out this afternoon to give it a bit of a run. So it'll be really interesting to see. I'm keen as mustard to use it. So far impressed, and if it works as good as it feels, I don't know if I'll splurge out the extra money on the Certate next time. I just might get myself another one of these. But like I say, time will tell. Let's give it a good thrashing over the next few months and see how she stands up. But yeah, so far, beautiful. New Daiwa, Gem Black. So far, I'm liking it.